Princess Margaret was the most outrageous British royal. Margaret was the younger sister of Queen Elizabeth II. She was the epitome of the party girl. Her lifestyle shocked the British public. At the time of her birth, Margaret was fourth in line to the throne, but from a young age it was clear she wasn't interested. Margaret and Elizabeth had the same upbringing. Elizabeth grew up to be the queen, but Margaret fancied herself more of a rock star. In her 20s, she fell in love with an RAF captain. Peter Townsend was a decorated World War II veteran. He served as an equerry to the girl's father, King George VI. The problem was that he was already divorced. This made his and Margaret's relationship unpopular with the press. It was unthinkable for a royal to marry a divorced commoner. In 1955, the 25-year-old princess broke off their relationship. The BBC interrupted its programming to broadcast the news. 5 years later, Margaret married photographer Anthony Armstrong Jones. It was the first royal wedding to be broadcast on national TV. They had 2 children, but the marriage didn't last. Margaret caught Anthony cheating, and both began other affairs. The princess started dating her landscape gardener. When they took a vacation in the Caribbean, the paparazzi had a field day. Margaret officially divorced Anthony in 1978. The princess was known for her petulance and restlessness. Her extravagant style prompted outrage from the tabloids. For example, Margaret's honeymoon lasted 6 weeks. She spent it aboard the royal yacht Britannia at a cost of $115,000. She demanded motorcycle escorts and government helicopters. Her morning routine was legendary. It began with breakfast in bed. Then she had a vodka pick-me-up and a 4-course lunch. Margaret loved smoking and drinking so much she tried to combine them. She glued matchboxes onto tumblers to strike matches while drinking. Nevertheless, the princess demanded formal respect. She insisted that she be addressed as ma'am. Her closest friends were permitted to call her Ma'am Darling. At parties, she wouldn't let other guests leave before her. This, she would explain, violated royal protocol. Even her children and husband had to refer to her as Princess Margaret in front of visitors. Meanwhile, she signed her checks Margaret. The princess was often seen in the company of famous men. There were rumors of secret affairs with Peter Sellers and Mick Jagger, but as she grew older, Margaret retreated from the public eye. Margaret passed away from a stroke on February 9, 2002. She was 71 years old.
I have always had a dread of becoming a passenger in life.
Princess Margaret.